Today I'm going to tell you an interesting story about the life of Blessed Anna Kolesarova. Blessed Anna was a Slovakian teenage girl who was murdered by the Soviet army. She was born on July 14, 1928 in a small village called Vysoka nad Uhom in what is now Slovakia. She grew up in a simple farming family raised in the Catholic faith. From a young age she was known for being quiet and humble. Her teenage years were overshadowed by World War II. For life in her village became dangerous, as the Soviet army moved back and forth through the region. Her father taught her to stay close to her faith during these dark times. She prayed the rosary and attended Mass, and even took confession as often as she could. By the autumn of 1944, the Soviet Red Army started advancing into eastern Slovakia, and this brought fear to the villagers. Many families hid in cellars to protect themselves from looting soldiers, especially young women who were particularly at risk, because the army was known to sexually harass them in fear of being shot. To draw less attention, Anna and other village girls wore plain black dresses to appear modest and unnoticeable. Her father also told her to stay indoors, and never to risk her life being seen by the Red Army. Unfortunately, a tragedy happened on November 22, 1944. The Soviet army entered their town and started attacking their people. Anna, together with other children, hid in their cellar underneath their kitchen. However, a drunken Soviet soldier entered their house and demanded that her father serve them food. As her father prepared the food, the soldier toured around their house and discovered Anna hiding. When she came out, the man grabbed her and started harassing her. Anna resisted and defended her purity and chastity, and she broke free. But the drunken soldier chased her and forced her into his sexual advances. Enraged by Anna's constant refusal, he shot her in front of her father and family, killing her instantly. Before she took her last breath, she spoke her last words and said, "Goodbye, Father, Jesus, Mary, and Joseph." Earlier that day, she went to church for confession and had received communion, which put her in a state of grace before she died at 16 years old. The following day, her body was buried quietly to keep it safe amid the ongoing war. The parish priest gave a funeral rites 1 week later. Her story remained a secret among the locals as the communist regime controlled the region. But after the fall of the Soviet Empire, her story came to light and spread all over the world. Her story inspired many young people to live with courage and faith. On September 1, 2018, Pope Francis beatified her as a martyr who died defending her chastity and purity. In her beatification, Pope Francis said, although she lived very briefly, her life became a shining example to all young men and women to hold fast to their values, even in times of facing great danger. Today, she is venerated as the patron of faith, purity, and teenage girls. Her feast day is celebrated every 22nd of November. If you like stories like this, support us, follow, like, and subscribe.